Hey YouTube, this is Dr. Wanda and I'm seated with
Gia.
Gia. So we're sitting down to chat.
Yep.
She hasn't, we haven't chatted except I think one time
Yeah, like the fire.
after the fire. Yeah. And so Gia's going to give you an update on life as a preteen in Ghana.
Yep.
Okay, first of all, are you still a Tema Newtown girl?
I am, but I ain't.
I am, but I ain't. What does that mean?
Well, sometimes being in Tema is kind of like annoying.
Okay.
You wake up to music, you go to sleep to music.
You don't sleep.
Tema don't sleep. The time that it ever sleeps is when you're not sleeping.
Oh.
So you can literally go from like literally 1 o'clock in the morning to the next day and music could still be playing. They literally don't sleep.
Well, I'm over here in Pong, so I like the quietness of that. But I get the gospel. I get the church.
Yeah.
I get those noise makers. Two noise makers, and I do mean noise makers because some of that, 2, 3, 4 in the morning wake up to is a bit much because as these people organize these, fasting and prayer, it happens when you're resting. Okay.
But yours is even lighter than mine.
How so?
Because my cousin Susie's church, Apostolic, is big, it's huge, and it's loud. And they have echoes.
Well, okay,
plus the music in my community, plus a salon that they start from 1 o'clock to 6 o'clock, their own little worship.
Okay, so the salon has worship. 1 o'clock in the afternoon to 6 o'clock in the evening?
No, 1 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
To 6 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
So that's a lot of noise.
It's a lot of noise. And I saw a video from a gentleman. That's one of the things that he was complaining about. He said Ghana needs to do something about some of this noise control, particularly he was referencing the churches and the mosques, but you're saying that other places where people gather for worship, they also do noise. So how do you sleep through that?
Close your eyes and go to sleep.
Okay, because I know I'm able to. When I first came here, I wasn't able to sleep through it, but now I actually am able to sleep through it. I'm even able to sleep through the rooster when he crows. So, all right. So you are house school.
School is pretty good. I like my teachers.
That was one of her anxieties. New teachers.
I still miss some of my teachers. I miss their funny ways. I can tell when they're about to come beat us and when we need to start begging them to not beat us. I miss Master Ben because he used to come. We used to greet him. And as soon as he see one of our classmates roll on, he just can't stand that boy. I don't know what he did to him.
Some kids we just don't like. we got to teach them and work with them, but yeah. And if you think about every sitcom, there's always one kid in the school that like the administrator like frowns on.
Yeah.
So I guess that's him.
Yep. So now that we away from all of them, it's just like no. And some of our teachers have gone to school. Some of them have stopped the school to go work at other schools because I don't know whatever reason. But it's different when you have other people's teachers as your teachers, and we can't get away from them. Because I mean, you write a lot of notes.
I like it. I want you writing notes.
I know, I like to write notes. Luckily, I like to write notes. And I like to read. But it's a difference. We write a lot more notes since we write in class 6 and class 5.
Okay, but you're in the higher grades, so the expectation has risen.
Yeah.
Okay, that's nice. All right, well, how's friendship?
Friendship is pretty good. Okay. Some of my friends have turned on me. But I don't care. Okay. I just keep moving along.
Okay.
And now
that used to hurt you. You done got thicker skin?
I really don't care. Okay. There's some new students who've come. Some of them I've seen already. Some of them I just don't know them, but we've become cool. But then there's jealousy that walks in.
I always say there's always that that hue of green in the air. Yeah.
And I mean, like, just because you're new doesn't mean that you have the right to do whatever you want.
Well, I don't know. When you came in, they was letting you get away with a lot, and I was actually one of the people that protested and said, no, let my baby be regular. She is not the school mascot. She's not special. Let her be a regular kid with the rest of what you see. So listen, you know that's gonna come to an end.
Oh, what
for them? Oh,
yeah, it's gonna come to an end.
This is a honeymoon. The honeymoon will wrap up soon. Believe me.
But I mean, so sometimes it gets annoying. You come to school late, and I get it. I'm late. That's all the time. I have eyes just as much as you have eyes. I can see the time.
Yeah, but there's a penalty that comes with that that's painful.
I know, but if the teacher is tired and his arm is hurting him for killing all the rest of the kids, and we get away with that one day, by tomorrow I bet you I'm coming to school earlier than you.
Oh, so when you do slide, you do adjust yourself properly.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we had a plan to live. This is year 2 that we're living, and we said, okay, no more simply Ghana style, but that we would bring some of the practices that we do in the U.S. in terms of joy and relief and stress relief. Yeah. So we've started that process, and what's your thoughts?
My thoughts are, we've gone to places, I've saw places I've never been to.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed every experience. It seems like every week that I come to you, be like, Gia, you gotta wake up early. We go in here, we go in there.
got some place to be.
Yeah, we got some place to be. Hurry up and get dressed. Mr. God's Way is coming. And I look, and that even just hearing it makes me happy.
Good.
Because I mean, I'm getting away from all these people. If you're angry through the week, it stops your anger because you just can't. How can you be angry at a fun trip?
Yeah.
Like, what is there to be angry about?
Okay, so we've gone to the National Theater twice. Once to see the documentary When Women Speak.
Yes.
The other just recently to see Musu, the
play.
dance. The dance, play.
Yeah.
Okay. Talk to me about When Women Speak. I just want some highlights. What were the highlights for you of that documentary?
Well, some of the highlights were when the certain woman was talking about how when you're married to this man and the man dies, they feel like the family feels like you're the cause of it. Like, you put a curse on him, that's why he's gone. You're not cooking enough. You're not working enough. You're not taking care of the children enough. And that's why the Lord called him. That's what they feel like. And some of them they feel like they have the right since he belongs to us technically. We can take his property.
Right. Well, that's one of the things I learned, and I shared that in a previous video, is that, if your husband dies, he goes back to the family. He doesn't actually belong to the wife. So they would make all decisions and things like that. Now, that whole idea of coming in and taking assets
is ridiculous.
And would not happen with me.
Okay, but that's a different story with you.
But that is a common practice. So we was talking about it. It was like, wow, that is a common practice. Okay, what else stood out to you?
What stood out to me was also like the way that they protested about the way that women work.
Okay.
Because some people just look at them like they're just out there selling for no reason, or they just want to get some money or stuff. But they actually care about what they're doing.
Oh, that is, it really is, whether we see it as a profession or not, they see it as actually, a real professional contribution on some level,
And then the protest that like how they felt like men are better than women, whatever men could do, whatever women could do, men could do way better than them, and they should stop having these jobs for certain girls, like how you have building or like type of manly jobs.
Well, here
like
that's divided. You know that because in the U.S. like I've never seen a woman here driving a trotro.
No.
Maybe it happens. I haven't seen it. Whereas in the U.S. we have women bus drivers. Like, that has already been broken into. There is a space for women to do construction. You mentioned construction. Like, that is, it's not a lot, but yeah, Khadijah, that's what she was in New York. She was a construction worker. And she did that for years. Yeah, so, okay. Well, okay, so those stood out to you. Talk to me about Musu.
Musu like put some type of like damage and like it made me terrified, it made me happy, it made me confused, it made me angry, and it also was hilarious because
okay, Musu is about what? So this is the dance drama that chronicles the saga of the African slave trade, but it stops in the Virgin Islands.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Musu, for me, it was kind of odd because I ain't never seen nothing like this. It was my second time being to National Theater, but it kind of when me and Susie walked through those gates and we saw that fire and everything, I was like, uh-oh, this is about to go down. So I sat through it. We laughed, we cried, everything. But the part that really made me confused was when they all throw the gun to each other. You shoot me, I shoot you.
Yeah.
Like that kind of like.
It was some kamikaze in there where they took each other out. They already are enslaved, and they do fight and win this one battle, but then they decide to
kill themselves.
To kill themselves. They decide to basically do suicide.
Then there was only one woman who remained, and I don't know what she did to herself because the guy already started talking. But the first part, which really was like, the British was so like these people are dumb. Like you excited over a mirror.
Well, the British saw the Africans as dumb, but it wasn't that they were dumb. It was that it was something unique. They had never seen themselves through a mirror, and so it was magic. It was trickery.
The other person across from you can see you, but they don't know what their eyes look like. They don't know what color hair they have. They only look at it when you pick it up.
Yeah, but just think about the naiveness of that. That's like the same kind of trickery that's used on children. Mm-hmm. And it's really because they just don't know. When you don't know something, somebody can fool you. They can trick you. And yeah.
But they were trading gold and the stool and the king's jewelry for party hats.
For junk.
And your grandma's old knitted shirt. Seriously.
Yeah, what the British gave them was junk. What they were giving the British was quality. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That was hard to watch.
And then the one African who betrayed his own people. And you could tell by when it started that he already had like a mean edge to him.
Yeah, he came to amongst the group rude.
He was trying to show off to the people like, I'm better than the king. I can be better than the king.
That's a problem.
Yeah,
when the commoner wants to prove to everyone else who's satisfied with the king that he's better than the king, that's a problem.
And that's how it felt. It kind of brings me to like the story with Satan and God. Okay. Like you can't be better than him. You just can't.
Right.
And the king was foolish to me too. You even as I could see when you're trading some dumb party hats for gold. You could look by the color. You could look at the texture. Like he should have been like, nah, I don't trust this.
You can't. But how do you not trust something that seems is so different? It intrigues. Like they didn't have anything like that, so that it seemed intriguing. And you have to remember, as an audience, we're in on it. Like we can see both ends, but they're just flat. They can't see it. You can only see from the perspective, and you only know what you know. So, all right. Well, would you see it again?
I would see it again. The only thing that terrified me the most was when it was whipping them with the whips.
Yeah.
It like, and you could hit like the drummers was like really making the whip sound real, and the dude crying to go on the trip, the ship and everything. and them walking in the line, and then it just put like a hole in my heart a little bit to see all of that, and it made me understand my history teacher a lot more than the way she was talking with her mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you this. You see why I don't do a lot of slavery.
Yeah.
And I almost didn't do Musu because I said, now I'm 55 years of life. I've done a lot. They in the U.S. they start us with slavery. They make out as if history started for us with slavery, like we were nothing before slaves. And so there's always a new movie, a new this, 12 years of a slave. There's always something with slavery. Whereas there's a long history of rebellion and, folks who were advocating and, did all kinds, had, righteous anger outbreaks that they don't, show. And of course, whoever is the filmmaker and backs it, you get it from that perspective. So this was interesting because it was an African professor here that this was his original play. Mm-hmm. He originally brought it out in 97. And
19 something.
Yeah, and so here they was revamping it, and to much applause. It was really, really well done. The set, the cast, everything was really, really well done. So I know it has a painful element to it.
Yeah.
But would you see it again?
I would see it again.
Okay.
My only thing, I really want to give kudos out to the drummers because they drum from A to Z. Like, they like, I'm like, I was literally joking with Susie, like, these drummers, tomorrow their hands is going to be red because and they were not drumming with drumsticks, they were drumming
with their fingers.
With their fingers and with the cultural drumstick.
Yeah. Okay, so National Theater of Ghana, and then we did some dancing, some salsa lessons. We've done that. And Gia's kind of shy, but you've been enjoying doing things that take you out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Okay. What else have we done?
We went and watched a movie.
Oh, we went to the theater. We went to Silverbird Theater here in Ghana. So we found out that Ghana has a state-of-the-art theater where you could go and catch a movie and kick back and enjoy. And it is nothing shy of beautiful. It was really, 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 really nice. Like, it's comparable to any theater that you would find in the U.S. As a matter of fact, it was better. It was nice and clean and cool. Yeah. And we saw Encanto. Yeah.
I couldn't. I my whole week I was just singing every song. I could remember every character. It was a fun, cultural, and beautiful experience. I like all the characters. I like to finally see black people to actually have a nice role in there. Disney really tried really hard. I like the music. I like the singers, everything, the tones, everything. It made it so fun, and I can't stop watching it.
Well, she's not only can she not stop watching it, she made every effort to find out who were the actors behind the scenes doing the voices. And then she came in this time with the soundtrack. So she's been listening to the songs and that whole thing. And I really, really like that. I really like that. That's one of the sweet things about being here in Ghana. A lot of other sort of adult popular culture things are filtered out. So where I know from, Facebook and other social media platforms, some of the topics that people are talking about or some of the issues that are being raised. And I'm so happy my baby ain't in the middle of none of it. Like, I like that what's on her mind is Encanto and these friends at school and, this play that's dealing with, culture and history. I like that.
Yeah.
So this plan is working.
Yeah, it is.
So we're in month 2 of living, not just the humdrum, but actually living and enjoying some things besides just having the standard day-to-day. What did you wash your clothes? Have you done homework? What are we gonna eat?
Yeah.
Is it making Ghana feel better, lighter, easier?
It's making Ghana feel better. It's making me looking forward to coming to you.
Okay.
All the time I'd be over there, I'd be like, my mom took me to see Encanto. My mom took me to see Musu. My mom took me to see the talk of women and everything. And they just be looking at me like, your mom is really beautiful, ain't she?
That's sweet.
Yeah.
All right, well, anything else oh, we got a little tea. Just a little bit of tea. Just a little tea.
Wow!
A little tea. So, Soberjewer, Joseph Soberjewer. Still a good guy.
Still a good guy.
Still a sweetheart.
Yeah.
Okay. A good friend, homework buddy. But he's what? Annoying. She found out that he's actually a 12-year-old boy. And he gets on the phone and he has what? Nothing to say.
Nothing to say. Absolutely nothing.
And he's talking about nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
And then he wants to talk at least 2 to 3 hours about what?
Nothing.
And when he can't talk to her, he tries to talk to who?
You.
And when he can't talk to me, he tries to talk to who?
Me.
And when he can't talk, and this is what's going on here. So, I'm trying to teach her that when you have a good friend, you take them how they come, unless they're bringing really toxic, backward stuff. So all it is goofy, adolescent stuff. It gets on her nerves, but I said, listen, he actually is your friend. So, because sometimes she don't even want to pick up the phone because she just feel
really
like,
know.
okay. All right, so I've said, listen, that's not how we do our friends. We work with our friends. We meet them where they at. Be straightforward and tell them.
I don't feel like talking.
I don't feel like talking right now. I'm going to talk with you 10 minutes and I'm going to get off this phone. And that's it. But Gia say, Mom, I don't want to talk to him at all. I said, Gia, that's your friend. But yeah, so that's where that good tea is about this. What was a crush is now been sort of downgraded.
It's not downgraded. It's just like, know when a person is telling you, go on.
Downgraded. He's definitely in the friend zone.
Wow.
Girl, listen, boys don't like to be in the friend zone either. When they like you, they don't want to be in no friend zone. Me neither. Anyway, thank you for listening. Gia Boo, signing out.
Signing out. We'll see you in the next video.
Okay.
Bye.